everybody, and welcome back to Triple Chocolate Bagels series, Sad or Sorry. Today we are going to be covering Colleen Ballinger and her toxic gossip train apology video that was released back in 2023. It's pretty recent, so it's still a pretty relevant video compared to other ones we've covered in this series.
It's one of the more famous ones too. You couldn't escape it. Like, it was everywhere. Colleen Ballinger as a person, I just made the connection that was like Miranda Sings.
Yeah.
Who, she really big when we were little.
I was a big fan.
She was
me too, actually.
Peak around the time, like, I want to say 8 to 10 years ago, which was like peak brain rot before it was brain rot.
Right. Like,
you had like JoJo Siwa in the spotlight, and it was like she even had videos with her, which looking back on it now is an interesting thing.
I just remember, like, as a kid, I never really understood her content because it was a little bit more mature, but I just remember that, like, people would talk about her all the time, and I wanted to know what her videos were, so I would watch them, but I never understood the content because it's supposed to be mature, and I was a dumb little kid.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I always just understood, like, the red lips and that she was goofy, and that's all I knew.
It was the whole persona of the character was, like, awkward, and was, like, the character itself, Miranda Sings, was targeted more towards a child audience, but the videos themselves weren't. So it was an interesting
I think there were some warning signs there that we just didn't pick up on. So speaking of, let's get into our controversy.
So I think the easiest way to do it is I have a quote from Time magazine that covers the controversy, or specifically the song. It says, Miranda Sings has recently come under renewed scrutiny for what some of her fans have said were inappropriate conversations and onstage interactions beginning in the early 2010s when they were minors. Multiple fans have posted screenshots of conversations that they say demonstrate Ballinger, now 36, raised mature subjects like virginity and sexual positions, or manipulated them to help her defend against any sort of online criticism that has been levied against her.
I also know that there was, like, multiple group chats that she was in. I think one of her grooming victims had, like, posted a YouTube video explaining a lot of the situation where basically she was, like, in group chats with minors, and then she would talk about inappropriate content. Or, what was that one thing that she did that she mailed a thong to a minor, one of hers, to a minor who was a fan of her videos at the time. And I remember hearing about that, and I'm not sure if that's true, but, like, I just remember hearing about that as one of the things that she was in trouble for. Can you look that up?
That is insane.
Yeah.
Imagine sending out an email, you're just like, I'm such a big fan, I would love some free merch, and she sends you a used thong.
Yeah, that's insane. So basically, after the video came out, she had made it especially like 10 minutes long because she was trying to monetize the video at the time. She also at some point released it on Spotify and Apple Music because people had called her apology video song really catchy. And as someone who watched the video when it first came out, yeah, it was pretty catchy, but you should not be putting it on musical streaming devices and or streaming platforms, because that just shows how immature you are about the whole situation. Anyways, when the video came out, the audience did not react very well. No one forgave her, really, and her views spiked down by a lot. No one really watches her videos anymore. A lot of her videos are, they take a while to upload now because there's just not a lot of people watching them. It seems like she's lost a lot of motivation. And a lot of people went on TikTok to make fun of her, and there were so many different jokes and different trends that sprouted from this apology video because it was just so insane that the way to cope with it is that people began to make lots of jokes about it.
Colleen Ballinger is still active on her vlog channel, no longer on her Miranda Sings channel.
Yeah.
Also, it is real. She sold a pair of her used underwear to a minor in a same video where she apologized for being racially insensitive in some of her Miranda Sings videos and saying it was on her past and she's going to put it behind her, and then she didn't.
And then she did something.
She did something far worse than being racially insensitive.
Oh my goodness. Pulling out the ukulele immediately.
I love the millennial pause. I never noticed.
Kind of scary.
This is one of the most iconic instrumentals of all
It's been a while
time.
since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true.
Yes, they are.
Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
It was really true. Though. It was entertaining, but it was also true.
All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic gossip train. You got a one-way.
Do you guys have this memorized?
Yes! I heard it so much.
To the tracks and harass me for my past. Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash. But hey, at least you're having fun. Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say,
For a reason.
I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
Oh, get out of here with that. Are you serious?
Shh! Your doctor said you weren't supposed to talk. He didn't say I couldn't sing.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It reminds
My
me.
PR said I shouldn't publicly say anything, so I put it on Twitter.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody. It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, and there's a weird aunt there who keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, "Ugh." That was me, but in group chats with my fans. It was weird.
Yes, it was weird.
It was very weird.
I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends, but in the beginning of my career I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
But did you?
But that's not very interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train.
Why is there a chorus in your apology, bro?
To have millions of people all over the world call you the most vile, horrendous, disgusting, life-ruining words that a person can be called.
Well, your PR team said you should get off social media, so.
He didn't say I couldn't sing.
True. Everyone just believes that you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
A dramatic pause.
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans. And I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
The way she's pausing isn't helping her.
5 years ago you were also messaging minors, so don't.
I don't know if that was the.
I
I don't know if that was the root of the
Change
problem.
anyone's mind about me.
It won't.
I still felt it was
so
important
much worse.
Why she
Come
lets
on
a good
here.
idea.
and defend myself a little and take accountability. I never had any bad intentions.
There were horrible intentions there.
Yeah, I don't. Is that the end of our reaction?
I'm making it at the end of our reaction. I don't-
There's really not much
There's-
else to the video. It's literally
She
just
said
her
taking
trying to say, "I'm
accountability
not."
7 times.
Yeah, there's really not much more to the video that we need to analyze.
Yeah.
A lot of you have seen it, and we all know that she doesn't actually say sorry
it's
once.
not genuine.
She doesn't say sorry. She just keeps repeating, I'm not a groomer. I did this. I didn't mean to do it. I'm sorry.
I think there's so much contradiction in everything she's singing, but it's like
She's singing.
she's singing. There's so much contradiction in every one of her. She's like, I'm taking accountability. I'm not a groomer, but I'm not sure that's what taking accountability means.
Not one bit.
I feel like the fact she did it through a song just made it so, like, not genuine at all.
Yeah.
Like, maybe if she had just sat down, maybe it would have been like, okay, like, I understand more. But the fact she just sang about it and kept doing those pauses didn't help at all. It just made it seem like a joke.
The pauses seemed purposefully placed there to like humanize what she was doing because it was so dehumanizing, especially to victims. That's horrible.
It felt like she was just pausing to like drag out the time so she could go. So people would feel bad for
No,
her.
so she can go, is the timer at 10 minutes yet? Can we put ads on this?
Can we monetize this video yet? Okay. So now that we've done our little bit of our analysis and we know the situation and we know the audience reaction, it is time for Sad or Sorry. Bridget, what is the final consensus?
I think that she is sad. Because she just didn't really seem sorry. And the fact she did it through a song, even when like her PR team told her not to do it, I think they were telling her not to do it for a reason. And she just totally ignored that.
Yeah.
Our PR team wanted her to stay out of public, out of any form of social relations.
So she wouldn't do something stupid like this,
And then
but she
immediately did something stupid.
Yeah. So
Ruined her reputation. She's sitting, by the way, at videos that used to get millions of views on her Miranda Sings channel. Her last video before she stopped uploading was sitting around 300K, which is probably just a bunch of kids who didn't know that any of this happened.
So, yeah, she is just sad that she got caught. I don't think she's very sorry for her actions, for anything that she's done in the past.
Does anybody know where that thong is now?
I think
Do we,
I hope thrown
do we
away.
still have it?
I hope thrown away.
I think it should be put in a museum,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
and she should be put in jail.
I agree. I agree. That is the end of today's episode 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting us, and we'll see you guys on another episode of Sad or Sorry.